Grand rising, everybody. Peace, love, and harmony to you all. I am Peacekeeper, and I'm here on this beautiful, brand new grand rise from sunset to sunrise, giving thanks for the sunset and the sunrise in this present moment here to raise the frequency. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Feels so good to be here right now. Right now. And I'm about to pop the lid of the cookie jar. I'm about to tell you guys a story that may change your belief system. I'm about to tell you guys a story that may rock you out of your bed if you're still asleep. I'm about to tell you a story that may just change your life, change your whole entire perspective and view of life. So, warning, disclaimer here. If you're not ready for new information, new knowledge, new wisdom, feel free to exit the building. Now let's dive into this story. So I woke up today, dove straight into meditation, got off my bed after an hour and a half of meditation or so. Took my little jog, and you know, I just felt to bring this out today. I just felt called to speak about some aliens today. I just felt called to speak about the Archons today. I just felt called to speak about the Anunnaki, about Gaia, Mama Africa. So that's the direction of this topic today. That's the direction of this story today. Now, yet again, this topic is strictly intended to bring forth new insights and new information for you. I'm not here to fight anybody, and I'm not here for any of the resistance shit. I'm just here to speak freely, and that's it. But enough of that, right? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into the good shit, the good stuff. Let's get into the juice. Now that we've stopped drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid, let's get into the real juice. So who are we? What are we? Where do we come from? Who made us? Is there a God? Who is God? What is God? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'll share with you guys what I do understand right now, though. I'll share with you guys the information and the level that I'm at right now, though. I'll share this with you guys. But notice, it's subjected to change. It's subjected to have enhancements. It's not fixed. Enough of that. So much disclaimers today. Why? Because this message about to be deep. So let's first start about Mama Africa. Planet Earth. Fellas, some of you not gonna like what I gotta say here. But in the Bible, it told you Adam was created first, and then Eve, not weave. Who said that? Never mind. In this story, Adam wasn't created first. In this story, the woman was created first. Mama Africa, they call it Mama Africa for a reason. This whole planet is Mama Africa. Or if you want to get a little bit more way back, even before it was called that, Atlantis? Who said that? Atlantis? Infinite waters, baby? Who said that? It's a water planet. And who's in charge of the water? The waters of the land. Who's in charge of the flow? Who's in charge of the nature? Who are the nurturers of the planet? What nourishes your soul? What nourishes your body and keeps you alive? Without water, you're not here. Without water, you can't be alive. You can't feel alive. Water. The emotional body. Water. The energy, the chi that holds the sunlight energy. Water. Who was the first? What was the first element? Water? Who said that? I don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing right now. I'm guessing. Or am I? I think it's my shadow talking. Hey shadow, how are you? Hi. Love you. Anyways, enough. Water. Women attuned to the water of the planet, the water of the land. Woman, the first source of creation of man. Men came through women. Women created men. A woman can reproduce on her own before her hymen has been stripped away. A woman can reproduce on her own before she is penetrated by man. Check out the Book of Blackness if you want some more information on that. The Book of Blackness. I haven't read the entire book, but I've spoken to the individual who wrote the book. Knowledge, information is powerful. When I got that information, it killed my ego. My ego went poof. Oh no! So you're telling me only women walk this earth? Women walk this earth first before men did? That's what you're telling me? I'm like, nah, I can't swallow that pill. I had to. And this is why the ancients have that symbol of the ankh, symbolizing the womb, which is the portal of our life, the bringer of our life. Why is this also so important to understand this? Because God for me is a woman. But I'm also a God too, as I was created by that God. Not going too deep into that. The earth is also a God to me. It's a God. God is everything, everyone, everywhere, in the air, in the water, all at once. See how versatile it is, right? That's the meaning of the word God. We are all gods and goddesses. A dog is a god, A cat is a good, an ant is a good, a bush is a good. I don't know. What can a bush create? Well, for starters, the bush takes the carbon dioxide from the air, alchemizes that and turns that into oxygen for you to breathe. The bush does that. It's conscious, it's aware, it has life, it's intelligence, divine intelligence, guys. It's in the bushes. Enough of that though. I need to get on with this video. I haven't even got to the archons yet. So in a nutshell, all of that, women were here first. Women were the first bringers of life. Women are the power that brings forth that nurturing effect in this life. They are the nurturers of the land. Women are love. Women are the unity. Women uphold the unity. Women uphold peace. Once they're tapped into their divine nature, once they're tapped into their divine power. Now that's enough about that topic. Let's go into the story now about the Anunnaki. So, there were only women here, and the first men were created by women. How does the Anunnaki come into play in this? Well, as women created the first men here on earth, and we started to live and create and co-create and bring forth more life, bring forth more abundance on this land, planting, bringing forth new offsprings, migrating from different places, going to different spaces on earth, colonizing this earth and living on this earth, free in unity. We have something or some beings called the extraterrestrial, the life forms, the Anunnakis who came here and loved the peace that was flowing here. They loved the harmony that we cultivated here. They loved the balance that we cultivated here. They loved the women here. They loved our women. I'm indigenous, by the way. I know my indigenous tribe. I'm black. My birth symbol is blackness. I'm black. I'm black. 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 Everything came from blackness. Not going too deep into that. Alright? But yeah. So they loved our women. They loved how sexy and how divine and sweet like honey they are. They interbreeded with our women. They enslaved our men. They killed our men. They slaughtered our babies. They did a lot of shit to us to infringe on the harmony, to infringe on the peace on the land because of their egos, because of their power. No, not their power, but their desire for power, their desire for greed. They did what they did to bring forth the system that we live in. They took out the bartering systems, and they infringed on that and placed their money systems so that they can have control and power over us, dominion over us, giving us, creating the illusion within our minds, within our lives, that we need them, we need their money, we need to keep giving our power to them, giving our free will to them, giving our freedom to them. We need to keep doing that. They did all of that. All of that shit. Were all of them bad? No, they're good ones too. There are beings that came with them that are also good, that also had beautiful information that they brought to teach mankind, to help mankind advance and grow. That also came with some of them. So not all of them are entirely bad. Not all of them are greedy. Am I an alien? I'll leave you guys to figure that one out. But some of them came here with information, knowledge and wisdom to help free mankind, and also to help mankind to learn more about this existence of life, to help raise the vibration of this planet, to help bring forth new technology, to help also just enhance human beings. So they came with information, also knowledge and wisdom. And some chose to use that knowledge and wisdom and information to bring forth havoc and create weapons of mass destruction. But that was never what the knowledge, the indigenous knowledge, was intended for. It was intended to help and support the land and to bring forth and create beautiful tools that we can use on the land to help build the land, to help nourish the land even more, and create an advanced civilization, create an advanced race. But yet still, in today's society, we are taught that we are the most advanced civilization that exists in the whole universe. We are told that we are the only species that exists in the whole universe, but we're not. We've never been alone in this universe. Never, ever, 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 ever been alone. But they gave us the illusion that we've been alone. They've gave us the illusion that we are the most intelligent. But no, we're not. Not even close. I think an ant's more intelligent than human beings. You wanna know why? Because they work together and build colonies. They don't tear down their colonies. They build colonies. Like what? Who said that? Shadow! What are you doing? Too much information right now. So I don't know. Oh shit! Oh, that was dope! That was dope! That was dope! And now let's pick up where we left off. So I got that warning signal. My battery, my phone's battery, was about to die. It didn't actually die, I didn't know that. But my screen dimmed. My screen just went blank, so I thought my battery died. So I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And that was the ending of the previous part of the message, right? But let's pick up right where we left off. So we're free flowing. We're free flowing. We can keep going in any circumstance, under any situation, in any moment. We're always speaking from love. We're always speaking from within. We're always. And who's we? Talking about me and my shadow. The inside me, the me you don't see, it's always with me. I'm talking about the elements around me, the spirit guy is with me. I'm talking about all that good shit. That's the we I'm talking about. But enough of that. So I was speaking about, I believe I was speaking about ants are more intelligent than human beings. And I was explaining why ants are more intelligent. Huh. Okay, let's get this. So, an ant goes out there and gets supplies, gathers what? The food resources that it needs to store food for the rainy days. The ants colonies protect their queens. Do you see that going on in today's society? No, we don't see much of that. We see the opposite of that. We see the Bible bringing down women. They strip women completely out of the Bible. They strip away all power from the women. Even in the Bible, they rarely spoke about women in a powerful way. Wonder why? Wonder why they don't want women to know themselves? Because they know the power that women hold. That's why. But enough of that. I'm not going too deep into that. Don't want this message to go too long. Women. See why ants are so powerful, why ants are so intelligent. They protect their women, they protect their queens. So men out there, this is one tough lesson that I had was to learn the hard way. Don't fight your women. Don't fight them. We say it again, don't fight them. Don't fight your women. You're the protector. That's what you are. Now what if they piss you off? Tough pill to swallow. Here, fellas, listen to me. When a woman does shit, you gotta fix it. When you do shit, you gotta fix it. That's just their nature. You gotta come to terms with that as a man. You got to accept that as a man. Does that mean you need to accept poor behavior from a woman? No. If they upset you, and they piss you off, turn the other cheek. Let me say it again. If they upset you and they piss you off, turn the other cheek. Walk away. Walk away. Give them your absence. Give them your silence. Don't fight them. Don't fight your women. Don't do that. Allow them to vent. Allow them to speak to themselves. Let them talk to themselves. Let them be with themselves. Create that space within yourself and stay connected to your higher self. As a man, that's difficult to do. But this is one of a man's toughest challenges and major lesson in this life, to learn how to understand that women, the emotions within a woman is more heightened than within a man, because she has been gifted with a little bit extra to nurture her offspring, to nurture her baby, to nurture the land. That's why it's heightened there. So yes, women are way more emotional than men. Men are naturally more logical. Naturally. So with this being said, men out there, we need to understand this about women, and we need to know that they piss you off, turn the other cheek. Sometimes it's better to not say anything, because sometimes when it is that you do speak, especially if you speak from a place of being annoyed or being triggered as a male, you may come across a little rough, you may come across a little rigid. And that toughness, that logical, that logic, not much women can understand the logic of a man. Not much women are open to understanding what they may have done to make a man feel a type of how, to trigger that reaction. But within a man, we need to be, within ourselves as men, we need to be able to control that reaction. And not react, but respond. By staying true to who we are as men, which is the protectors. You can't protect the ones you love and fight them at the same time. It don't work that way. Sorry, that wasn't the best thing to do on camera, but I don't like mucus in my throat. I hate that. Yeah, it's a strong word, but I really don't like it that much. Anyways, like I was saying too. So, with this being said, as a man out here, as a male out here, I know it can be tough to deal with women. I know it can be a little rough, but it's very important and vital that we stay true to ourselves as men and be protectors. Be the protectors that we were created to be. Be the builders that we were created to be. Learn from the ants. They're the builders. They build the colonies. They protect. They don't tear down. They don't destroy their own colonies. They protect their queens. And that's the truth. With this being said, if you're not around a divine queen, a divine woman who is pissing you off and is not able to take accountability within herself, not able to understand you at all, I'm telling you, my friend, that woman is not a woman of divine intelligence. That woman is not a woman of divine essence. That woman conjures and holds within herself the spirit of Lilith, or in other words, some may know it to be Delilah. There's so much different names for that entity. Call it whatever you want to call it. These are women that are here to create havoc, to create chaos. These are women that have chosen to live that pathway. These are women that have chosen war and not peace. These are women to keep out of your personal space. These are women to stay away from. See, not all women, yet again, like I said, have chosen their divine nature, have chosen to be at peace. Not all women have chosen that. But we as men need to see, need to understand the ones that truly are divine and know the difference between divine and women who uphold that frequency of Lilith, Delilah, deceit, manipulation, subtle. A lot of them are very soft and gentle and sweet, and welcoming and opening. Beware, fellas, beware. Not everything that glitters is gold. Not everything that's soft and sweet is a beautiful thing. Pay attention. So that's why I'd say, yeah, ants though, very powerful, very intelligent. Because they protect their women. they don't fight their women. They don't harm their women. So as men out there, learn this lesson, guys. Don't harm them, don't fight them. Turn the other cheek. Walk away. Ain't got nothing to say. Ain't got nothing to say. Ain't got nothing to say. And this is how, as a man, when they do wrong, if they know you fix the problem. Because your silence gets them to reflect. Your silence gets them to check themselves. Your silence gets them to hear themselves. Your silence gets them to either see where they went wrong within themselves and understand themselves a little better. If it's a divine woman who wants better and wants to grow. Whereas the other way around, your silence will annoy them. Your silence will torture them. Your silence may upset them. Your silence, to them, it may feel or it may seem like a negative. But a divine feminine will understand that your silence doesn't mean that you don't care. Your silence doesn't mean that you're not there, that you're not emotional, that you're not in your emotions, that you don't feel. No, your silence won't mean that for them. They'll move to understand why you got silent. Why did you get quiet? Because you know within yourself, sometimes you got nothing good to say in the moment, don't say it. Especially if you know that you're triggered a little bit, you're annoyed a little bit. Because now, venting from that place, speaking from that place, they can take that situation now and just pin everything on you. Because why? As men, you're not allowed to get angry. You're not allowed to be annoyed. You're not allowed to be that way. And so this is why a lot of women who harm men after that man is triggered or is emotionally in his emotions at that point and going off of that at that point, it doesn't come across that loving because he's hurting. A lot of women don't understand that and choose to poke the bear and poke and poke and poke and choose to, force and force and force and force because they want control, 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 they decide now to just blame everything on the man for being in his feelings. So this is why as men, find a safe space also. Other men or another woman who can actually understand you as a man, who you can actually vent to in a healthy way and release in a healthy way. Because sometimes the person that is inflicting the pain is not the best one to speak to because they're not receptive and they're not open to understanding. They're not open to growth with you. No, because they only care about what it is that they care about, which is themselves. They don't care about you really. Once they're good, that's all that matters. And that's not a real woman. A real woman will care about you too. Will consider you too. Will acknowledge the fact that you're human too. And will move to understanding you. So as much as I'm uplifting women and speaking about the powerful, beautiful women, you guys can see I'm also speaking about the negative aspects of women too. Because there's no such thing as perfection here. But even in that, women who obtain that frequency of Lilith, they can come out of that. Even in that, women and men who have obtained that frequency of fight can come out of that. So always remember this. I'm not choosing sides here. I am a man, and I understand what men go through though, so I'll speak on that. I also understand what women go through too, because I place myself in their shoes. So I'm just coming from this place today of neutrality to bring forth that clarity, to bring forth this understanding, to just bring forth more information and knowledge and deep insights. But as you can see from that pause, the topic switched just a little bit, but it's still on point. Talking about divine, we're talking about Mother Nature, Gaia. I already spoke about the archons and stuff like that. So, hope you found some type of beauty today, wisdom today, knowledge and information today. And hey, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. Be. Breathe. Give thanks. Be proud. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep elevating. So much more to learn in this world. So much more to grow from in this world. Hey. Just keep doing you. Keep being you. Working on you. Becoming your best version. Let's just keep rocking the boat, you know? I am Peaceful, guys. And I'm up. Until tomorrow. One love. Peace, love, and harmony to you.